Okay, hi Sec2s. For the next part of this topic on forces and motion, you need to learn how to recall and apply the relationships using speed equals to distance over time. And you are also going to learn this formula, average speed, whereby the total distance divided by the total time taken, okay, to different situations and solve related problems. Okay, you might be wondering, what is this part of your learning objective for forces? So if you recall, one of the effects of forces is that it can cause an object to start moving, or it can cause an object to move faster or slower. So forces, one of the effect of forces is that it is able to change the speed of a moving object. Okay, so speed, as you have learned before, it's actually the distance traveled per unit time. Okay, the SI unit, please pay attention, it is meters per second. Okay, but of course, in our questions, we can always change the distance to km, or we can always change the time to be hours. So pay attention to the units given in the question. Okay, so other than speed, we also learn, okay, speed can be calculated using this formula. So do take note that for physics, okay, instead of using S, we're using V for speed, and then equals to D over T. Okay, so take note that the D, T, and V, they are all in small letters. Okay, so maybe some of you might also be familiar in changing this into a triangle formula, which will help you to calculate distance, which is equals to speed times times. Whereas to calculate time equals to distance divided by speed. Okay, so learn how to actually manipulate this formula over here. How about average speed? Average speed is defined to be the ratio of the total distance traveled to the total time taken. Okay, and also similarly, the SI unit is meters per second. Okay, so average speed is the total distance divided by the total time taken. So do take note of the formula over here in this case. Okay, so now let's take a look at the word example that's given in your CAB. Okay, a driver drove his van at a constant speed for 10 km in 10 minutes. He stopped the van for 20 minutes to rest before continuing for another 10 km in 10 minutes. So part A, you're supposed to calculate the speed in meters per second in the first 10 minutes. Okay, in order to calculate the speed in this case, you have also need to take note that the units is in meters per second. Okay, so in this case, since the units is in meters per second, you need to learn to convert, okay, km to meters. So if using what you have learned in your math class, okay, 10 km, to convert into meters, you can times 1000. Okay, then divided by the time taken, which is 10 minutes. So to convert 10 minutes to seconds, you need to use 10 times 60. And this will give you your speed for the first 10 minutes. Okay, make sure that you are actually comfortable with switching from meters to km, and comfortable from changing from second to minutes, okay, or second to hours, or hours to second. Okay, make sure that you know how to do your conversion. Okay, if you are facing problems for this, please speak to your teachers on Friday or anytime when you meet your teachers again. Okay, now I'll proceed to part B. Calculate the average speed in km per hour of the van for the total journey. Okay, so average speed, okay, as what we have learned from the previous slide, average speed is actually the total distance divided by the total time taken. So pay attention, it is total distance divided by the total time taken. So you have to ask yourself, what is the total distance, okay, traveled for this van? Okay, so you might want to pause first and think through. Okay, so pause first to think through first. Okay, so the total distance in this case should be 20 km because 10 plus 10 in total. And what is the total time taken? Think about it. Do I need to include the stopping time? Okay, take 5 seconds to think. Okay, the answer is yes. Okay, because of the total time taken, you need to include, okay, the total time, which is the 10 minutes, 20 minutes of stop time, and also another 10 minutes over here. So that's how you go about calculating your average speed. Okay, and do take note that the units is km per hour, so there's a need to convert your total time taken into hours. Okay, so to convert to hours from minutes, you need to divide by 60. Okay, so now if you are comfortable with using the formula and you are okay with your units conversion, okay, so right now, okay, I'm going to get you to actually write down what is the, okay, go and do the test for your understanding. Okay, so before actually you go about doing your test for understanding, 14.4, if let's say you are not comfortable with your conversions for distance and also time, you might want to copy this down. Okay, so one way how you can remember is that you can actually write down this conversion. So for meters to km, okay, it is divided by 1000, and from km to meters is times 1000. Okay, subsequently for time, seconds conversion to minutes, and then to hours, this is the conversion. So if let's say you are supposed to convert from seconds to hour, you need to divide by 60 and divide by 60 again. Okay, so I repeat, if you want to convert from seconds to hours, you need to divide by 60 and divide by 60 again. If you were to convert from hours to seconds, you need to times 60 and times 60. Okay, so feel free to copy this down, and then you can pause first to go and do your test for understanding. Okay, before I review the answers on page 97 and 98. Okay, so let's take a look at question 1. Which of the following is the correct formula for constant speed? Okay, so for constant speed, okay, it is speed equals to distance divided by the time taken. So the answer is speed. Question 2. A boy runs 60 meters in 10 seconds. What is his average speed? Okay, so using the formula, speed equals to average speed equals to total distance divided by total time taken, 60 divided by 10. Okay, you should get B, which is 6 meters per second. Okay, next. Question 3. A man drives to work in his car. There are several times when the heavy traffic forces him to drive slowly or stop. His average speed on the journey is 30 km per hour. Okay, so if you read this question carefully, okay, there are times whereby he needs to slow down or he needs to stop. Okay, so his maximum speed will definitely be higher or greater than 30 km per hour. So that gives you the answer of D. So because when we are calculating, if you take into account the average speed means is the average speed that's traveling, the maximum speed will have to be slightly higher than the average speed over here because there's heavy traffic that forces him to drive slowly or stop. Okay, question 4. A frightened giraffe can run 30 meters in 20 seconds. And what is the giraffe's average speed? So using the formula, speed equals to distance divided by time. So distance, the 300 divided by time taken. So that will give me the answer of B. Okay, let's move on to question 5. Okay, question 5. Car A travels at a constant speed of 70 km per hour from town A to town B. The distance between the two towns is 280 km. Car B travels at various speeds from town B to town A using the same route and takes 60 minutes longer for the journey. What is the average speed of car B? Okay, so in order to do this question, you need to find out the time taken for car B. So, okay, as seen, right, you are clear that average speed equals to total distance divided by total time taken. So the total distance is 280 kilometers in this case. Okay, so you need to find out the time taken for car B. And you know that car B takes 60 minutes, which is 1 hour longer. So if you can work out the answer, it should give you A. But if you are unable to, let me just explain the few steps. Okay, step 1, you need to go and calculate the time taken for car A. So using the triangle formula, time equals to distance divided by speed. Okay, so use 280 divided by 70, you get 4 hours. Okay, so what does this tell me about the time taken for car B to travel, which is 1 hour longer? It will have to be 5 hours. Okay, now using the formula for average speed, whereby average speed equals to the total distance divided by the total time taken, okay, you should get 56 kilometers per hour. Okay, hope that this example is not too difficult for some of you here. Okay, if you need clarifications, can go back to ask your teacher during the normal school days. Okay, now let's take a look at question 6. Okay, question 6, right? A lorry traveled at an average constant speed for 15 km in 30 minutes. Okay, so right now you need to in 30 minutes, the driver then took a 20-minute rest before traveling another 90 km in 1 hour. So calculate the speed before he took a break. So before he took a break, okay, he traveled at a constant speed of 15 km in 30 minutes. Okay, so depending on what would you prefer, but usually we will always use km per hour. So it'd be good if, let's say, you convert 30 minutes to hour first. Okay, so okay, you can take note of this. Okay, so if you choose your answer to be in km per hour, it's also fine. If you choose to use meters per second, this will give you 8.33 meters per second. Okay, so if you want to work out using km per hour, this will be the answer. Okay, sorry, please take note that using 15 km divided by 0.5 hours, that will give me 30 km per hour. Sorry, I missed out the per hour, so do take note of that. Okay, now how do I calculate the average speed of the lorry? Average speed is total distance divided by the total time taken. So the total distance traveled is 15 plus 90 km. Okay, and now we are going to calculate the total time taken. Okay, so you should know that the total time taken will include the rest time. Okay, so in this case, 1 hour plus 30 divided by 60, okay, for the first part of the journey, and then the 20 minutes of rest time. And therefore, you can get your answer to be 57.3 km per hour. Okay, do take note that for physics, it is important to write down the formula, and you always need to leave your answers to 3SF. Okay, please do not leave your answer in fractions. Okay, if you're alright, then that will be all for the HPL for today.